We have this irrigation all over. The tunnel irrigation is there. When you go to a place like Togome, there's a canal there. Foreigners have invaded it. They've taken over from the local people. So the whole thing is, they are deceiving the president. They are lying to the president. The real players on the ground that they are supposed to do the job are not getting the space to do it.
Ghana actually, within the major season, we are tomatoes sufficient. We produce more than Burkina Faso in our major season than Burkina Faso produces in their entire season.
Burkina Faso lifts ban on tomato exports.
Yeah, tomato, it was too watering. When you travel with it, it doesn't take long for it to deteriorate. If even there is a breakdown of a vehicle for even just a day, the time you get to your market center, the tomatoes start deteriorating. So the Burkinabè ones was harder. The lifespan of the tomato was good. You can keep it for a longer time. That is why we all tend to buy from the Burkinabè. Because what the Ghanaian farmers were doing wasn't fair for the traders, and it wasn't good. The variety they produced wasn't good for Ghanaian consumption.
The Minister Edema Agric, Honorable Eric Opoku, Ekana Parliament, say, Omuguso Mudin Komo, say Burkina Faso for Ebema Kwai. Na ye traders no, Besaba back. Our Burkina Faso. Abefa tomatoes abreye. At the same time, Tononi a friend say Akumadan. Yaji 500 acres, hectares of land and 100 hectares of land with irrigation. I say I say do tomatoes. I hope you don't stop because the Burkina Faso will be my. But now obvious say John Dramani Mahama Fafuna. Captain Ibrahim Traore, not Timi Kanlu. Currently the most loved president. Ewa Ghana, how you John Dramani Mama Nifriwa, a Captain Ibrahim Traore. Me who be that, say a foreign president. Ebe pay mo Ghana, the real Ghana for Emma Papani Filiano. Where is that? No, Unyayanka or a president Magana and Burkina Faso. Say a body no son, Minyashu was Burkina Faso, Burkina. So the man knows that he's world welcome and loved our Ghana. Yes, previously, Nana Danko Akufo-Addo, the former president, Ego share USA for Egachiro Mose, Papa no police stop. One Russia for Nasha saying Gigi. In the Manaba, Captain Ibrahim Traore, na one challenge Filigana, sir. But John Dramani, Mama Bear president was me no grace me pursue baby. I don't say, Nintrase, Mukantri Nessa, the former president today and Mempe. Also, be was say. Also, personally, I guarantee you safety Tibra. Honestly, so obeba on one condition. Because when you say a month for you, I'm assassination attempt in Kwana now on a life soon. Yes, I'm get what. But John Mahama, for the first time, or allow it, so a papa no funny too. Nigeria for Ego kidnap friend is Ego PM war Burkina Faso because I know so many Benin for issue. Now almost all your folk PM war Burkina Faso. Almost say na muni say mo grandma di kan trete ye pen. Ah Tinubu so na ma won so di konkwansa. Yatem. It took John Dramani Mahama and a fat telephone and was Mr. Ma sani me na entwa. Enti ye soldiers for no how many Nigeria for no eba Ghana and Mamo transit and they don't go back to Nigeria. And now very obvious. Say this tomato a friend is a ban Burkina Faso e dey amayi. Say John Mahama ever phone no friend kwa dia e bed. So o meka dey bi. Mama the history, the relationship. Obe president no mo sa ko Burkina Faso hope any Captain Ibrahim Traore ko din komo. Our UN or can Burkina Faso for omo boldness anyhow omo live omo affairs say or can the coup na see no any kwan other democratic elected leaders ever so avoid this kind of coup or cycle a friend say ECOWAS e ka kire omo say look mama Burkina Faso Mali Niger and some mechanic who you. Now, Munya say, Yanto about mom, you couldn't buy, you know. So the relationship is there, a great, fantastic. Now, my only problem is, are we going to accept this opportunity and go back and do what I know? Say, Gani, you go and sleep. Sir, ban your money, Mekai Kosi Pratt, as someone now can look, he use the opportunity. The governor of Bank of Ghana, Dr. Johnson Asema, was saying the same thing. And I said, look, Mama, you're taking this opportunity. Now, you grow, yane. Aye, bedi. You just are over reliant on import. And I Burkina Faso, the waffle for the Wafredo. Makwai. Otena, a quite different country, Makwai. Our tomato traders will be jubilating. Yeah. But you shouldn't forget, 8 died. Some were hospitalized. And the SARS race can not the whole. And also, for the first time, Burkina Faso person, everybody needs to for wrong reasons. You know. If another attack is here, that ban will be forever. So, you better take this opportunity. Now, you can build it. Yeah, hectares of land now. You never produce tomatoes, and I'm
so surprised that Burkina Faso ban, and so surprised because I was thinking that they shouldn't even lift the ban. It is time for we to reason to know that Ghana is an agricultural country which we need to focus and then be so serious on whatever that we are doing. But it seems we are just playing lip services. We are not doing what is right. At the end of the day, when this issue happened, the first point of call is to call on the abuse, to sit them down and then tell them that, listen, now there's a ban on this tomato that is coming into our country. So what are we going to do? All that we need from the government is good seeds and fertilizers for the farmers to do it. We have this irrigation all over. The tunnel irrigation is there. When you go to a place like Togobé, there's a canal there. Foreigners have invaded it. They've taken over from the local people. So the whole thing is, they are deceiving the president. They are lying to the president. The real players on the ground that they are supposed to do the job are not getting the space to do it. They are not getting the space to do it. Let us ask the ministry, are they dealing with individual farmers or they are dealing with better groups that at the end of the day, they will come out with a proper tomatoes like the way the Burkina Faso has come out with. When you go to Burkina Faso, they don't deal with individual farmers. They deal with groups. And they respect their farmers very well. But when you come to Ghana, things are turned upside down. They are just playing lip services, which is not good.
And obi any problem no. Obe do tomatoes na wie. Once the traders no mo ye yesere mo abenka bi mai abenka bi mai. Abenka bi amon no. Minim so mutu kwan na omo boys bi omko hie omo. Se eyedwadie no nko na omo kwakodi o. The excitement in traveling so long to place like Burkina Faso. Abra na komanda ho. Na man for tomatoes ni bi ha. Munya ma bi say moto. Sometimes I ask myself these questions. Say, do we actually care about young Kasanga life? And I say no fine.
I don't think there is a challenge. Okay. I mean, it will interest you to know that Burkina Faso actually, their seed breeding history was from Ghana. Okay, sorry. They've done a lot of collaboration over there.
That actually makes the matter even worse.
Yeah.
So they take from us, and then we're not reliant on them.
Yes. It's the thing about the taste of, the changing taste of Ghanaian consumers and what we perceive as quality.
But it's quality, isn't it? Burkina Faso tomato is quality.
I don't want to delve into that.
But it's obvious, right? I mean, the numbers say...
No, the numbers doesn't mean that...
We're 23% of the fresh tomato.
So let me tell you.
99% of that is coming from...
Ghana actually, within the major season, we are tomatoes sufficient. We produce more than Burkina Faso in our major season than Burkina Faso produces in their entire season, both minor and major.
According to the Minister of Trade, Agribusiness and Industry, Mame Elizabeth Ofosu-Adjare, Ononensano, government welcomes Burkina Faso's decision to lift suspension on fresh tomato exports. Mo work na mo need choice. Ono dey amount and ma just say what choice you need choice ha. Ono na wa grant him favor. The government of Ghana has taken note of the decision by the government of Burkina Faso to lift the suspension on the issuance of special export authorization for fresh tomatoes. The decision, communicated through a joint communique issued by the relevant Burkinabè authorities, follows improvement in the supply situation to local processing units and firm commitment by stakeholders to ensure adequate availability of tomatoes for domestic industrial use. Government welcomes this development, which is expected to see the flow of fresh tomatoes into Ghana and contribute to stabilizing supply on the local market. Profono de ni as irrigation farming no monko yo. This positive outcome also reflects the effectiveness of ongoing bilateral agreement between Ghana and Burkina Faso. Notably, one of the 5 key bilateral meetings held by Burkina Faso counterparts on the margins of the WTO MC14 in Yaoundé, Cameroon, has yielded an immediate result with the removal of the restriction on trade in fresh tomatoes. The Ministry of Trade, Agribusiness and Industry, in collaboration with other relevant state institutions, will continue its engagement with Burkinabè counterparts and by stakeholders and key stakeholders to ensure a smooth and mutually beneficial trading environment between the two countries. Government wishes to assure the public that it remains committed to implementing the necessary measures to safeguard local industries and strengthen the domestic tomato value chain. I don't know same way. Mun konkodo na munye irrigation family bi otom. Na Burkina Faso no oni fertile lands in Ghana. Ah onu timi do tomato man ye my call farming. Ade na yentimi yesem. Why can't we do same? Efforts are underway and ongoing programs, including the Feed the Industry and Feed Ghana initiatives, are being intensified to boost local production, improve yields, and ensure a stable and sustainable supply of tomatoes by Ghanaian farmers. Mo, this is the news that I want. But talking no, there should be more farmers. Tomatoes. They should be able to get irrigation. I have more tomatoes no do. I have corner their mom. So medo. And as I said, you encourage your traders and say they should stop visiting other countries. Abra sa tomatoes ni biya be go Ghana. Now you do too much. In furtherance of this commitment, government is rolling out targeted interventions across the value chain, including irrigation projects by the Ministry of Agriculture to support year-round tomato production. Additionally, engagements are ongoing with suitable lands are being made available for large-scale tomato cultivation to supply both processors and the domestic market. The Trade Minister, Mame Elizabeth Ofosu-Adjare, and the ending part is the good news. Ghana is finding ways obeying more irrigation farming. About 600 hectares of land have been secured. Our turn on any accommodan for tomatoes farming. At the same time, according to the Trade Minister, I think she's also one of the most hard-working ministers under John Dramani Mahama, on the Transport Minister. Or show working power. Or assure Ghana for say, look, Sa Burkina Faso, Sa Kwana Yabiatuano, a temporary. The permanent situation, how to fix it, say bit more tomatoes. Now for industry and for home use, I say here fresh tomatoes. And I go to try and I think it makes sense. Perfect sense. Perfecto. So it was to say Ghana ebetumpong. Ghana will need to start the irrigation farming. Ghana will need the farmers to start farming tomatoes. And we need to tell our traders, stop traveling outside, buy from your farmers. Monton free your farmers no tom. Eti Burkina Faso finally I lifted the ban on tomato export. Eti ne Ghanaian tomato sellers, traders, almost say ye. Sesi aye ka se kura ya hanya mu se hanya. Ya ready. You have got tomatoes e dey back in Ghana nti. First na come market na ye tom yinu. Amo 10 Ghana no. Omo ni excuse. Omo say nche. Sesi obe tomatoes abanti minu. We go chop better, we go eat better, we go didi better. For our comments, comment section na say na subscribe, like, na share ma unya enyabi enre. Edi no eba ko Maxi Billian. I will naked truth to Oldboga trends background. Bye bye.